dressing up all the time on my anti-Daniel shit. Man, I know that nigga looking up.
You looking for island money?
Yes, sir.
You looking for the Louvre money?
Hell yeah. This shit, dressing like on some street clothes shit, that's cool shit now because I'm younger. When I get older, I want to get on that maturity, professional, driving Porsches and shit, whatever. Put this shit behind me. I'm not put it behind me, just, you know what I'm saying?
You get it out the way.
Yeah. I'm still gonna ball out, but I'm gonna just be more on my high value man shit.
Yeah, you should. Alright, y'all, welcome. We back with the 3 truths.
Let's first talk about this Tasha K and Shorty, Jess Hilarious and Madison T.S. with the whole women thing. Now, my point of view is you can't, in mad respect to the trans community, all that, but I already let my feelings about how I feel about the community as of late known on these episodes. I don't like the fact that some twerk on kids. Now that's some of them, that's not all of them. So I'm not gonna say come down on the whole community for that. But from the point of y'all wanna be classified as women and y'all don't have the same, as Jess Hilarious said, the same parts that a biological woman has, it's, in my opinion, you really can't make that argument. Y'all just gotta just take it with a grain of salt. That's just what it is.
But that statement, I'm gonna go with the same philosophy I said in prior videos. I'm all for women that were born.
Right.
I don't want to go too deep into it, I don't want to get kids. If you're born a woman and you a woman today,
Yeah.
I'm rocking with you.
Right.
I'm not rocking with anything that's other than that.
Right.
Like if you wasn't born a woman and you're a woman now, hey, like it is what it is. But me personally, I don't want to get to that point where, like you were saying, I don't want to have to, like, you gotta be my best friend now in order for me to be accepted by the world.
Yeah.
Just enough for, oh yeah, my fault, yeah, I'm holding the door, alright, cool, alright, be safe. That's the most respect and the most calmest thing I can do. I don't want to have to take a picture or have to be out here listening to Saucy Santana in order to be like, I truly love everybody. Nah.
And the thing with that, listen, if trans women want to be respected as their own identity, why not with sports? Why can't y'all have your own league of trans women in sports? If y'all want to have a bathroom, have a trans women bathroom. It's not safe. It's not really safe to have y'all go in the same bathroom as a biological woman. Off of the sense of there's been cases of trans women going in women bathrooms and shit going left, and these women getting the R word.
There's been multiple cases, and they've been going to governors of random states where they protesting this every day. And it's not even just that. Trans women also get put into women's prisons as well.
Yeah.
And everything else like that.
It's a mix-up.
Same thing.
And if they want to get in fights with women, and they try to get away from them by going into their bathrooms or going into other safe spaces for women, now the trans women being allowed to go into these safe spaces so they could reach whatever woman that they got problems with and get them wherever they at.
I saw a story where it was some dude, some guy who was like, maybe like 19, 24 or something like that. He basically tried to swim a thing in college and he wasn't good. Made the transition and went to the women's side and won, and then they disqualified him and said it was cheap. Y'all embrace it, but then when the person actually
comes down to it,
the other one I heard, embrace it. The one other story I heard about that they let it go, like they was cool.
I think we're talking about the same situation.
Yeah, they let that one go
because he really tried it and he wasn't flocking. He transitioned and killed all the women, but he's not a woman.
And now I got
been a woman for a year and 2 months.
I got mad because one girl told how frustrated she is because that girl lost out, that actual biological female lost out on scholarships.
Because you're not the top dog. Someone's better than you, but you lost to me.
Yeah. If you really look at
a feminine born woman, she was probably better than all the real women that was out there. You you wasn't better than that man. And I can't say she wrong for that, because like you said, that fuck up her future. She could have been, you know what I mean, the next female Michael Phelps.
They doing that shit in the track and field. The trans women.
And at that point, you gotta sue for what's it called, defamation, the character. You gotta collect all that.
Yeah.
Because that's defamation. You literally made me look like food, knowing I'm the best swimmer out here.
But it's the fact that so many people are scared of messing with that community since they're aligned with the bigger community.
But you want to watch your daughter
but then
their future?
It's not okay. I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm just saying they're scared to touch. They're scared to touch that. You see? They're scared to touch that because, and even them, some of them are distancing themselves from the trans community.
They are.
So it's like everybody, in my opinion, it's just everybody going
where they trying to take certain letters out now.
Yeah. It's like the LGBT are trying to not
the
all
LGB
are trying to get rid of the trans, but there's still other half that's still trying to include them in that.
So you feel like a girl or a woman like Jess Hilarious or people that just giving their output, like you feel like they wrong, or is the world too sensitive?
They not wrong. In my personal opinion, I feel like she has every right to feel how she feels, especially with being a black woman, because the black women are one of the number one, if not the number one supporters of this whole LGBT feminism movement. So it's like now y'all going against the only real, not the only real, but one of the main real supporters that y'all got.
Right.
And it's like that, it's a slap in the face for them, for you to now tell them that they're not, as women, they're not enough women that you are. Even though you're not really.
So what you're saying, they're biting the hand that feeds you?
Huh?
So what you're saying is they're biting the hand that feeds you?
Yes.
There you go.
And this is viewer discretion advised. This is all just our opinions. We're just talking about a hypothetical topic. We're just talking about how we view certain things. We're not attacking anybody. We're not coming at anyone, any community. We're just voicing our opinion on how we see it.
We just want y'all to acknowledge that just because we don't love somebody, I don't mean we hate them. Like, we don't hate them.
Right.
But y'all are forcing it to the point where you gotta respect them, like them, comfort them, be nurturing. Like, it don't go that way. Like, us being respectful and not calling them out their name, that should be enough for any normal sane person to know we don't got no hatred in our heart towards any gender or whatever your sexuality is.
Right, we're just having the conversation that everyone else is having a conversation.
So why y'all so the three truths? Why wouldn't any of you guys? Why wouldn't none of them be your bros or your best friend? That's just not our choice. That's not our choice.
It's not our speed.
That don't mean we hate them. That just means we just would prefer to not, on a day-to-day, week-by-week basis, be around that energy. But we can be respectful about it at the same time.
Like, we could be in the same building but not in the same table. I'm sorry.
You got people.
And it's not a judgment towards all of them, because there are good trans people, there are good gay people, there are good lesbian people.
It's the same with race, bro. It's not all bad white people. It's not all bad black people. You just gotta find where the good ones are.
And I'm glad you used that. It's the same thing like what he just said. There are black people, there are black people, and then there are niggas. You can't equate the two. There's regular individuals that happen to be of African descent. Those are black people. The niggas are the ones that you see in these videos shaking ass, fucking shit up, cursing up a storm, acting wild. There is a total difference of the two. In every race, and they're not just black people that have niggas. Every race has a nigga.
White person, they rednecks or white trash. You have white people that call their own race white trash. That's the same thing saying you know what I mean?
Yeah, it all
the Mexicans got, I ain't gonna say what they be saying, but everybody got that violation word that's pretty much like you a pussy in that race.
Right.
So it's
everybody
not just us.
got that. Everybody got that. So
I can't knock though. Black people is way more dramatic and loud.
They are.
We are as a people.
Niggas are.
You can't give niggas money. They gonna have shit spinning on cars, chains coming down the knees. You just can't give us no money.
If they get out of line, if they don't get out, if the main one with the money don't get out of line, then one of their peoples is, then there'll be a threat to someone else, and it's always some bullshit when we pertaining to niggas.
That fine line.
You know, So I grew up around them. I know what it is, but you don't, just because you're black, you don't have to classify yourself as a nigga. It's a total difference, man. And that just brings me up to an Eddie Griffin skit that I saw about that, where he broke down what a black American is and what a nigga is. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go on YouTube and type that shit in, man. But it's true.
We'll drop the link below.
Yeah, it's true. It's a difference. So you can't hold everybody to that same image that you have of that race. You can't do that. You can't. I was gonna make another example, but I don't even know if YouTube will allow that one, so I'll just leave that one alone. So,
like, all three of us are young black men. We have had some problems with other races altogether. All three of us we have. And some have been good, some have been bad. But at the end of the day, we understand the difference. It's just a lot of people out there are just too sensitive to admit it.
right. And that's the problem with this world. Sensitivity. You can't spew shit and not be ready to receive it back when somebody replies to whatever you say, you know? So we just gotta get that sensitivity out and just try to understand each other and just work as one unit. Because that's the only way everybody else will win. But since the fact that these big corporations...
You think artists should lean more towards that? Like, you think once they get that hit record, or they got them 4 or 5 albums, that they should just off their catalog shit, just own their records?
No, me personally, I'm big on ownership and having your own shit. You should not sell your catalog. I don't give a damn about how much you want to ball out now. You still got money. You can still ball out. You're still rich. You don't need 200 million now and then fucking with years coming down. With years later, you got new artists coming up and they're remixing your sound and your music.
But they looking at it like, I'm not gonna lose this 200 mil ever. I know some people got that mindset. It's 200 mil.
It is.
That ain't 200,000, 2,000 or 20 G. 200 mil and you are anywhere between the age of 28 and 37.
Listen,
because Future was just now him like 40.
Yeah.
And he sold a piece of his shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Justin, he probably just hit 30.
If you're an artist that already are living in riches and you have money and you comfortable, you do not need to be selling your shit because you already have enough money to live.
I just got a wild theory in my head.
And you can die and still get the residuals to your kids on afterwards.
That's what I'm saying, generational wealth. But if you're an artist, like say you want some MC Hammer shit and you're broke and you're not, or something ice, vanilla ice. Yeah, if you're broke like that and you like, damn, I'm not talking
about Wiz when I say this or any of the artists I name. I feel like some artists, I think some artists do it because they know they ain't hot anymore. They know that that music.
That's what I'm saying. Once you not hot no more and you desperate,
you could not be hot no more. And still, Juvenile still got classic. He ain't hot no more.
That's what I'm saying. But some of them really do go broke once the music stop, and then they gotta contemplate. Damn, would I be caught dead working that fucking Burger King or a regular job?
Do you think these artists get insecure because they like, damn, I'm used to getting 200-300 on the back end for shoes.
Yes.
I ain't getting that no more. All right, you said 250 mil. If I just give you this, and a couple first of my, all right, take. That sounds like desperation.
It is.
Like they know they're not flocking and they're not hot right now.
It's hella artists, and I'm not gonna say something.
And I'm not talking about any of the artists we name.
No, I would use recent ones, modern ones, but these artists do understand that because when you have that much money and that much clout, it does come with an image. You are seen as
just a rap.
It's just a celebrity point in general. You are seen as somebody that deals with a large abundance of money. Yes. So now when you lost that image and that's not your reality anymore, you're on hard times now. You had 10 cars, now you gotta sell like fucking 9 of them and make that payment go right with the first one.
Do you feel like the Kevin Durant situation in sports is similar to that? Like how they was trying to say that he needed to be with Steph and all them in order for him to win.
The way he was moving, yes. But I thought you meant the money for it because he good. But
he took a money cut.
That's what I'm saying. With Durant, his thing is, if he would have played on any other team or stayed with the Thunder, he was still gonna make a good amount of money.
Wasn't gonna win though.
He wasn't gonna be no champion, but he was gonna make money. Yes, like nigga, Charles Barkley never won a championship,
but he wasn't money hungry. He wasn't money hungry though. He just didn't have enough time.
What you mean he wasn't money hungry?
I'm saying he was the type of player that he got paid, but he did want to win. He did want to win.
That was in that generation.
Yeah, he was looking at Durant like, you don't want to win. You just want to get checks all the time. And like you said, you will get hella money, but it's obvious you don't want to win. You're standing on a team like LeBron. You stand on a team that's not going to win.
At that point, if you let what other people outside people tell you affect your mindset, then that's, at that point, that's on you. That's the same thing. If we really want to go there, all right, with Kwame Brown and Stephen A. Smith, the shit that man said about Kwame Brown is like,
it was below the belt.
It was.
It was really like recreational.
Yeah, but you was already drafted by the GOAT of basketball, in my fucking opinion. MJ, he drafted you, hands down, first pick, whatever. If you sat here and let a damn NBA analyst fuck with your mental,
that shows, yeah.
When there's somebody that's just reporting the news, that's just somebody that's reporting the games. You're actually in it. So if you let that nigga fuck your brain up to the point where it starts fucking with your game and it just make you start disparaging yourself as a player and it just fucking up your bag, that is on you. You have to take accountability for that.
You gotta take the hit.
You do. You can't blame on him. You could say Stephen A. had whatever to do with it. He said this, he said that, he said I'm trash, he made up a whole nickname for me. Whatever. He's still just somebody reporting it. You're the one that actually hitting the court, playing with all these other niggas that's getting banked. And you know what I'm saying?
So to bring it full circle, you basically saying that some people, whether it's artists, sports, some people just get desperate and be like, I gotta do whatever it takes to get that bag, to get that championship, to get to the.
Because when you start seeing shit disappear, nigga, and there's a big ass example I could use.
Like for
especially for right now. Look, we all seen Juwanna Mann. When his ass got kicked out of the league and no one else wanted to sign him.
Bring that up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
when he couldn't have no one signed because of his fucked up attitude.
That's what this whole.
Who else?
What we talking about?
That's why I said it equates to this whole time right now and to the point that I'm making.
He really was out there shooting, jumping, and fucking you bitch ass nigga, and really went to the other side and
fucking with Lil Kim in a big ass mansion.
He didn't transition. He just put a wing and makeup on.
Juwanna Mann, now he's back on top, but as somebody else.
So that bitch dunked the ball and that wig came off.
Alright, you fucked up. It's this nigga the whole time. Damn, we got Duke. He got paid, but we got Duke.
And that bitch was out there cheering, hey, woo, woo. And they know he like, the bro, you joking, off.
He was winning in both aspects. He was in the locker room with some bitches.
In the hotel room.
Massages. Going on tours.
Yep.
All of that shit and getting paid at the same time.
Bitch like, yeah, girl, put this lotion on. It's been a long day. Put this lotion. I don't think you want that man or woman.
Even though WNBA money ain't touching like NBA money, but shit, they was still making money off of that.
Yeah, that movie really showed how.
Yeah.
So that movie really showed like some niggas will really be so defeated they'll transition and
desperation is a motherfucker. When you when you realize you hit and you have artists, modern artists say that shit.
It hit different. One rapper, not even top 10 no more when you was number 1 for 4 years.
Fetty. That's my nigga. That's Patterson right there. That's hometown legend. All that shit. But when he went broke, he let the world know. That shit started to hit when I didn't see when I saw that shit when that 100,000 went down.
To 10,000.
I knew I ain't hot no more. When he saw that decline, he knew he wasn't hot.
Nigga niggas not about to go to these warehouses or go to Chick-fil-A and go get a job.
And this nigga had hella cars and shit. He said, I had the Rarries, I had the BMWs, I had the I8s.
He had the jewelry.
I had all that shit. I had to get rid of that shit. Now I got 2 cars now.
Nah, Fetty really, that's crazy, yo. Fetty really,
He did.
Fetty really was that nigga.
He came into the hood. He came into the hood with all them cars. He came and he did. Now see, you know what I'm saying? I understand the area. I ain't doing that shit.
You're crazy as hell. You're doing that.
Because a lot of them niggas ain't eat in weeks. And them niggas is wolves out there. So you don't know who gonna hit you up. Because that nigga had plenty of ran-ins out there. And a lot of them the public don't even know.
You talking about he was out here making these hit records and then hit the platform and he was going Billboard and Global and he still was where he was always from. Like he stayed there?
Yeah.
So all that linking up with PNP,
that's what I'm saying.
That was just collabs, jogging around. But
at
he
the
was
end
going
of the
back
day,
to the trenches?
That's what I don't understand about people from my city. It don't matter where we in.
Because even me don't be in Philly
music,
no more. I ain't saying it like that.
Listen, we had another player. He was a basketball player. He was my cousin's cousin. You know what I'm saying? I forgot cousin's name when it comes back to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. But he was an okay player. He was getting a buzz and shit, playing against MJ. His ass after practice or skip practice, he would always be back in Patterson. Same with Fetty. After a music video, after I just come off the plane coming from Dubai or LA, I'm right back in the hood. I'm right back in the hood. Kind of nigga, once I make my money, yeah, I'll come back to the trenches here and there, but it ain't gonna be every fucking week.
I'm saying this was coming back. I'm gonna say this respectfully. That's real stupid. Cause you real, but you're stupid. But if he would have left Patterson, he'd have been fake. He left the hood. He ain't solid no more.
Niggas would have made that argument, but if you were,
I'm not saying I agree with that, but
if
that
you a
would
real
have been
nigga about your money, motherfuckers will understand. And if they don't understand, they not the ones dealing with that kind of bread.
So it's not possible to lead a hood and get millions and be righteous. It's always you in Hollywood if you lead.
Yes.
There's no positive way to do anything. Camera production, you sell cars. It's nothing that you can do to where you can leave the hood respectfully.
You can show love to the hood, of course.
But if you don't live out there, feet on land, you're food.
Yeah.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Some niggas will look at it like that, but I'm just the kind of nigga that I didn't give a fuck. If I made money like that and I was driving through with all these cars, I'ma see my niggas probably 3 times, 4 times in a month. But I'm not coming back 2 or 3 times every week to the hood just to be on 12th Ave and Broadway and just drive around the hood just so niggas can see you driving around the hood. So I'm not doing all that.
So he can get his point off. Please tell me he was not. So he was out there with the cars, with the jewelry on, but he knew.
Tim Thomas, that's the player. Tim Thomas.
But he knew niggas wasn't going to do it, so he just out there.
The way with him, he wasn't no stupid nigga. He ain't just solely relying on the hood niggas out there. He had security.
I'm not believing Fetty was in Patterson as often as you say he was.
He was.
Like he was in the PNB video, but he didn't know.
He would be outside chilling like he's not even famous.
Like if you followed on social media, you saw his stories. He was out there. He would be
out there chilling like he spilled just Willie. He not Fetty.
Being in the hood and showing love like Dirk and them do is different. But Dirk ain't playing in Chicago. I hope he wouldn't, but I don't know his politics.
That's what I'm saying.
He was actually like out there, like he still lives there. Yes. Like he said, just go out to Cali for about 4 or 5 and then come right back. That's too often. That's too
what
often.
I'm saying. But he wouldn't move stupid because he would have security with him.
But him being there, stupid.
But he would be there bunched up with a bunch of niggas shooting dice.
But he had no choice.
It's a flexing thing. When you from there, look, Patterson is his own world. People, if you're not from there, you're not going to understand. People on the outside might look at that shit like it's a small city, but once you there, it's his own world. So once being able to see money like that outside of dealing drugs or anything else illegal is damn near impossible. So when you get to that level, and you know everyone out here knows you already if you got a name, and if it's even crazier when nobody even knows you out there. But if people know you out in the street and then doubt that you was gonna make it, that you was just gonna be another nigga out here trying to sell tapes that nobody ain't buying. Once you actually are somebody, you got 4 hit songs, all on the top Billboard Hot 100 list, on the top 5. For your shit.
You're not regular.
You not regular. regular. You out there chilling with Taylor Swift. You got Drake remixing your songs.
Fetty was everywhere. He really was.
You got the radio, every radio in every state bumping your shit 24/7, all at one time. You still. That's why it's like with him, I feel like it was more of a show-off thing, because when you come back and you know everybody else ain't gonna touch that out here, and you pulling up in the hood with Raris, all that shit still, while bumping your shit that's on the radio, not just playing on the ox, on the radio, and these niggas is bumping your shit too in support of you, it hit different. So it feels like,
in a bad way.
That's why I feel like when he posted up that Patterson Legend and shit and Patterson King shit, I'm like, part of me felt like it was on some cocky shit, but at the same time, I could understand that, because to make it out of there, you avoided all, you surpassed all the odds against you. Patterson has a negative stereotype on it, especially from that Lean On Me movie and shit.
Yep.
People think we the jungle, so once you make it out of there, it's like, hey, I made it.
And I'm going to give you a reason why a lot of artists and actors and sports stars all do this. It is because once you feel home, you always got to come back home.
Right.
So that is the main reason why it may not make sense, because like you thinking big business. How you understand it, you want, like once you make that money, you go on big business moves.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. You're gonna make your home wherever you go after that, right or wrong.
Yeah.
So, but for people that don't have that same mindset, wherever they felt like was most at home is where they gonna stay, where they gonna keep going back to.
That's what I'm saying.
So, that's why it feel weird to you a little bit, but that's just how he sold it.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it is. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm kind of contradicting myself, because I've been out here longer than I've been back home. I've been back home a handful of times, but I still feel that addiction to want to go back.
Yes. So you stated it multiple times that you want to go back.
Yeah, so I feel like how I feel is probably how he feels, but the fact that he did it like every other day, he has the power and the means of going back whenever he wants. Me, I got responsibilities and shit.
He leaves to go make more money and come back again.
Yeah, so he's making money, so he can afford to be out there bullshit, because he already got another song coming out at that time. I got another song coming out, so I could chill and bullshit. The nigga went to fucking Six Flags and shit with his peoples just to chill and celebrate.
Yes.
And then went right back to the hood right after that little vacay. So that's what I'm saying. And it's like, I feel like I could understand it, because a lot of niggas from my city have that problem. When they go anywhere in the world, some people really do stay away, but that's a minority. A lot of them will go down south, go to the West Coast, even go out the country, but at some point, they come back. And a lot of them stay permanently.
Yeah.
Some of them do like, I get the feel, stay here for a couple months, but I am gonna head back out. Some of them niggas like, fuck it, I can't be nowhere else outside the world, I gotta be here.
In your opinion, what is the percentage to you when it comes to you that make a certain amount of money? What is the percentage of them that spend that block and come back home to where they believe is home?
I feel like 70%.
70? Yeah. I feel you. And honestly, I actually agree, because I literally just did the math on right here, and honestly, it is 70 to 73% of them do just spin the block and go back home.
Because home is home at the end of the day. Yeah, you experience the world, you enjoy the new experience outside of your home, natural habitat, your community. But at the end of the day, that's all you know. You've been there since you were a child, since you were freshly born on this earth, and then from to 23 to 25, and whenever the fuck you leave, this road is all you know. This street, these corners, these blocks is all you know.
Yes.
So once you hit outside, it's cool after a while, but you always gonna want to come back home and shit and be with your niggas and be with your people that you know can't leave out of this shit.
And there's another point that I want to say, since you was from Patterson, and some shit I saw on the news a few years back, and I saw it on social media recently, like 2 brothers from your city decided to renounce their American citizenship, move to Japan, learn the language, went to college out there, and started their own anime studio.
That's one thing about niggas from my city. We are serious about money.
They is serious about getting out, and honestly, they're the minority that said we're not going back.
That's what I said. Some people go through traumatic experience. Like, it was this story back in the day.
They said
2011, 2012,
bro.
You had this little girl get shot. Genesis. That shook up the whole city right there. Cause it's like this child was so young and she was innocent. She got gunned down for no reason. The parents said, "We have family here. We love the city. We've been here for years, decades, but we gotta go. We gotta go and we can't come back. Y'all took away our pride and our joy and our daughter, all for nothing."
And that touched all your souls.
It did, and it motivated some people, not a lot, but motivated some people to leave.
Yes.
And once people from them areas, from that area understand, some people really, honestly, when they say they done, you could tell who's really serious about being done.
Yeah.
Some people will leave and be comfortable in the South, in the West, in the Midwest, wherever the fuck they want to go. But there's some of them when they say, "Oh, I'm gone, I'm done." You can already hear how they say it, how they move their body language. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're coming back at some point. They just need to go bullshit outside, but they're gonna come back at some point. And that's what a lot of niggas thought about me. They think that I'm gonna come back at some point. I'm gonna break and say fuck it and come all the way back home. But it's like I'm trying to make my money outside, but it be fucking with me because I do want to go back.
Because it's still your home.
Yeah.
Because I understand that it's still your home. For real, it's still your home.
So what do you say to the people that go back home versus the people that try to leave and then they just come back? Like they try to go to another state for a couple months or a year or two and they come back, but they actually tried. Which one do you think is worse? The ones that can't leave or the ones that try to leave and they come back anyway? I feel like the ones that always go back, that's just what they like was gonna be. But for you to actually be in some like a whole nother state, you from the West Coast, you went to a whole different better area and still came back just because you couldn't
Because you always gonna fight temptations on going back home. So the ones that's gone and say that they're gone and they already established a life at that other area,
They already put down
they're gonna that everything about that area for a while is gonna turn you off because you're always gonna compare it to back home.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's like somebody that's from the city. It don't matter what city. You used to big buildings, you used to shit moving fast, and that's like saying you moving into the woods for a significant other. It's gonna fuck with you because you're used to this fast pace.
You don't know Poppy at the store around the corner out here, but you know Poppy from around the way because he knew you since you was 4.
And the fact that you can't, some of these down here is not bad. I've been deep in the South and shit. You have to walk.
Yeah.
If you're not driving, you have to walk miles
just
to go to a corner store.
Yep.
So once you used to being somewhere where you know it's gonna, you could just go on a little
2 blocks
stroll.
away and you're right there.
It's always life out there.
Easily accessible.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's street lights, it's all that shit. And plus it's corner stores, anywhere you could go to refresh and get something to eat, drink, whatever. Out there in the deep woods, it ain't that. Especially if you're going at night, you gotta worry about animals and shit coming at you and shit. It's a difference. So getting used to that and you not from that, it's different.
With me, I grew up with that. And honestly, and then I moved out to the big city of DC for like 2 years. Honestly, I didn't fully adapt to the fast city lifestyle, but knowing how I understand people and how I can adapt to how other people move, I still made it out fine. But me personally, the only reason I couldn't stay there because it was too expensive. Yeah. If it wasn't too expensive, I would have been fine. Well, I'm being real with you.
It's expensive.
Like, it was too expensive, and I kept seeing like how we talked about the last video, niggas squatting in the bandos. Niggas was squatting in the bandos. They was squatting in front of the Washington Monument. They was squatting everywhere. They didn't give a fuck. I've seen niggas take baths in the fucking fountain in front of Washington Monument. Butt ass niggas just like taking baths in that motherfucker. I said, yo.
Did y'all hear about the Drake 21 shoes?
What about this?
They saying it was really, you know what I mean? And Drake's over top, even with all the allegations and all that. They in love with 21 out this bitch. And he just won the top rapper of the year.
Put him back on. Like, niggas was starting. I ain't gonna say forget his name, but his name was downplayed. But then when you hear that he's going on tour with Drake,
speculation that it's all the speculation that people can't sell shoes, people can't sell tickets, so they
niggas was making jokes about him in that basketball league and shit, and how they like, man, he can't ball for real. And he acting. Some people were saying that he was acting sassy and shit. Yeah. So people was really coming at him off of that shit.
A lot of niggas not doing.
But then when he go on tour with Drake. And he putting out hits with Drake.
The narrative.
Damn, he lit.
Yup, they brought that vibe.
Savage lit, man.
But a lot of people can't do these shoes and sell them out and get paid without having to cancel them, go to rehab, say that, yeah, I got to push the album back because I don't want to drop the same day as this other artist. It hit different, like, and I feel like they showed that they could go out the shoes, they could sell them out, it could be a vibe. People not going to just be there and walk out. They're going to actually listen and engage.
All these artists from the whole our era of music, 2016 era, the fact that these niggas, the main four, became resilient after all these years.
And Lil Yachty is still getting
That's what I'm saying.
Like he's coming out the show and the crowd's going crazy. Like they're going crazy.
He's being saluted.
Like if Youngboy wasn't on house arrest, he didn't go through being in jail, writing Tupac's suicide letters. If he wasn't going through that for what, 3, 4, 5 years in his career, he was in the industry, still going on tour, still going on shows. But before he got that house arrest and jail shit, he was selling out every motherfucking show he was doing. No matter where he was at, what he was wearing, or how he was carrying it, they was there.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't taken away, nigga, he would still be out here selling out shows, getting 2, 3, 400,000 on the back end. But and he's still getting millions from the crib, but he would be 3 to 4 times as bigger than what he is now.
Yeah. Right now, is he officially on house arrest?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
do you feel like you about to come back out?
He can't. If
he can't move.
All this shit he done said. Niggas mad because they man's gone. You can't come outside and think niggas not gonna try. I'm not saying Youngboy is scary, I ain't saying that. But he just said a lot while on house arrest. Like, he just said a whole colors. He didn't said fuck niggas.
But if you a nigga that actually try him out in public, you gotta understand, this nigga has armed security guards around his whole spot.
Okay.
It ain't just like it's in the front. He got them on the side, the back. If you think that nigga wouldn't be, that's why with the whole Chicago thing, I feel like he's highly protected. He has a whole SWAT team.
Opinion, even if he doesn't do nothing or energy comes his way, the stuff that he has said, either niggas gonna get him or he gonna have to go to jail for putting somebody down. Cause he said a lot, but he wasn't outside.
But how would he?
He wasn't.
Listen,
and I'm not disrespecting him.
if somebody tried, how would he go to jail off of another nigga getting hit when more than likely that nigga got hit off of security?
Tell me I'm wrong.
So the security guard.
No, tell me I'm wrong. Did his house or did his garage not get broke into?
Yeah.
Didn't they have the ability to go inside his crib?
They could have. But think about it.
I'm just saying.
This nigga
they had the
did not
access
by himself.
Bro, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
You saying that he's accessible.
They got past his security and got to his garage.
That he's accessible. I get what you're saying, that he's accessible.
They just was saying enough to be like, I'm not about to crash out and lose my life. I'm just gonna josh around, get a little bit of clout, and then fade off into the wind. That's all it is. What's his name?
He got security sleeping next to him right now.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
And then Jay Prince come around. Yeah, I got the stuff, little nigga. Get my phone up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm not saying that nobody could get through his defense.
And to throw this discretion out, I don't want nothing to happen to Youngboy.
Right.
I just feel like he said so much while he was on house arrest.
That nigga was trying.
They looking at him like, you ain't rap like 6ix9ine, but we looking for you the same way we was out here looking for 6ix9ine.
But think about it. If niggas was talking all that shit about 6ix9ine, we are gonna get him on site.
He's really police though. That's different. Youngboy is not police.
No, if you really a street nigga, and you really mean what you say about it, if I see this nigga, if he was in Chicago and he could win at night. But the fact is, if you a Chicago show that got canceled, if you a real street nigga that be out at night, bro, and the daytime, and you rap about that shit 24/7, you a goon that's really outside,
right?
And this nigga came on your block. He didn't come on another nigga's street. He came right to the projects. He came on old block. Y'all niggas are supposed to be out there 24/7. No, cause I know niggas. I know goons that still be outside.
At 6:18 in the morning with birds
underneath the street lights.
Not real niggas. Not real niggas.
Nigga, homeless bum niggas. If it's not no street niggas, then the bums
under the street lights.
The bums are out there. Nigga, you have eyes out there, so you nobody ain't
So you on 6ix9ine though. He called they bluff and they bluffing. Chicago is really not what Chicago is in certain areas.
I ain't gonna say all of that.
But you just did. You just said he went out there and he was there and nobody was there.
Saying.
You're basically proving 6ix9ine point of niggas is sweet out there and they don't be out there.
Look, nigga, you trying to get me caught up with these Chicago niggas. Listen, I'm not playing like
You gotta do your homework.
At the end of the day, I'm not 6'9". I can still, nigga, listen.
We ain't on that money flow.
Listen,
you just said
6'9",
you said
just did something.
Okay.
He did it sneaky. He didn't come in the daytime.
But you just said they supposed to be outside all the time.
But actually, he did come out in the daytime. But this time, he actually disrespected somebody.
That was, I can't say what he did.
That's what I'm saying. Midnight.
And he went to LA and did the same.
Daytime. Chicago and LA.
Nah.
Raquando Rondo's man got hit up.
Bro, that's some super villain against the world
Raquando Rondo's man got hit up. No. LA, where PNB, God rest PNB. But you telling me 6'9"? In the daytime? You ain't got nobody outside? Nobody that could get y'all, let you know.
If it's 4 black and tinted trucks, I'm not going over there to talk to 6ix9ine either. I'm just keeping it real. 4 tinted, you can't see who in or who out. Yeah, he in the one truck dancing around, but the other 2 trucks.
Shit that's gonna incriminate myself.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he ain't lacking the way he's claiming he's lacking.
If you see this nigga coming out of the fucking Chevy, black tinted windows Chevy. And you a street nigga, you belong to a set.
But I'm saying it's 3 other ones behind them and none of them got out the car, they just all parked.
If you belong to a set,
none of that matters.
Or you're a street nigga, even if you not gonna move in, you gonna call for backup.
Let's be honest,
That's just what it is.
Let's be honest.
I'm just saying.
King Von was the one that got famous. But how many other King Vons is out there?
Right. That ain't famous. That's really out here.
That's really out there moving like how he is.
They call King Von a serial killer. How he crept up on niggas, daytime, open fired on them.
If the information is wrong, y'all don't get mad at me. Based off the information that's out, it's 100% that he would have been indicted on 2019 charges. So it's not no, that's not no gossip.
He'd be in jail.
Yes, that's a fact. That's not a rumor. That's really true because they would have found all the evidence in 2022 and they didn't start.
But it's scary to me that some niggas, with the facts that we're giving, some niggas will be like, man, fuck what they talking about. I know for a fact that King Von saw 6'9", he would have moved in for the kill. For that fact, no, he wouldn't. He knew who to target. He knew who was around.
Bro,
with a nigga like that, with a nigga with a whole SWAT team damn near with him, he not moving in for that mission. But he would call in for backup and wait for the rest of them OTF niggas to pull up, so at least he got more arms in the fight.
It was no way possible for them to mend that.
He'll have more firepower for that battle.
He wouldn't be the only casualty.
But you said there was no way that beef could have got solved before Von passed. It was no way. My fault. It was no way that OTF 4K that shit was not gonna end. It would have been no peace. Even if Von was still around and that, because after that, that's why Dirk said this. It's not about rap or nothing like my brother goes. I get it.
Yeah.
But if Von was still here, you think he's still there beefing on some wife and
at the end of the day, if Von was still alive, he would have still been dissing
until he went to jail and indicted.
He would have still been dissing 63rd and all of them. He would have still been dissing NBA. Dirk probably would have told him chill out, but knowing him, he was petty.
But I watch street niggas change. I watch street niggas be like, yo, this shit dead, and they went and got
the kind of nigga that Von was when he was alive. 50 Cent was a real nigga, he changed.
Right.
But 50
Cent, real nigga, but
50 Cent wasn't no damn serial killer.
Okay, I'm about to say, not the first part.
I'm not saying that. That's why I had to fix it. He was not no damn serial killer. King Von was a serial killer. Yeah.
But King Von was a predator getting the prey, not defending himself.
He was a real product of his environment.
Let's be honest. If you want to compare, you want to state that compare Fetty to.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying like on that.
In that statement, I'm gonna do one comparison. When King Von got shot, when he had the opportunity to shoot back, he would have.
That situation, and I seen that video so many times. That shit was really a situation that two niggas kicking the one and it goes south. That's it. That's it. Two niggas kicking the one, somebody getting punched on, and some motherfucker just can't just let it happen, and then shit goes south now shit. And then once niggas see what's going on, everybody freezes up and they like, damn, like we fucked up. Like this is, and this not the only video. I've seen plenty of videos where it was all the rah, bow, 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 and the nigga ain't moving, and everybody just like. Some niggas get the fuck out of there, but some videos you see everybody be froze. They like, yo, like, I thought I was really ready for this lifestyle, and I'm not.
Right.
I don't think he was ready for that when that happened.
That's one thing that they always say. You live in that gangster lifestyle while you breathing, but you'll turn to a Christian when you down on that ground, on that pavement.
And you wanna know why it's worse for them?
You'll pray to God when you know you about to see him.
They not gonna take you, but they gonna take your man that's right in passion to see with you and have you crying on the news, yelling, doing dog. That's
mental damnation.
We gon' keep you breathing. Killing you, nigga, that's the easy way out, nigga.
That's internal warfare. It's like we could come at you right now, warfare. But we gonna take away all your loved ones till you
the nigga that you done gave bulls and died.
At that point you already drugged out. You probably already had some suicide attempts.
But you're still breathing to live through this bullshit every day.
You probably be in and out of jail.
That's
and
some
shit.
Lucifer loop. Hell.
We tortured the life. You gonna die painfully. It's not like you gonna think about the good times.
Like Drake said, he want a quick death. This is a long soak of years. You gotta eat herpes, lose your teeth, like go have a couple seizures.
This all goes back to the whole conversation we had the other day about a man and having not like as much protection as a woman, and how he could be on his like think about new ways to kill himself.
No, bro, why
down and out. It all goes back to that. This is what I feel like they trying to do with him. They want
new ways is crazy.
We want you to be fucked up to the nth degree. So when we decide to come in at you, there's no defenses because nobody fucks with you no more because all your niggas is gone.
Denzel training day. It's over for you now. Now you gotta go face the mob and get the money.
We don't want people that used to fuck with you not even want you around because they feel like you a curse.
You burn too many bridges.
You are alone. We want to come at you when you're alone because we know this gonna be quick. We know nobody's gonna really miss you.
You just be on a t-shirt for 3 days.
We know niggas gonna want to talk about you, but ain't nobody really gonna sympathize like that. We want you to have that mental defeat. We want you to be caged in your own fucking brain.
Cause killing you is too easy.
We don't want you to even cry.